Hey everyone, welcome to or welcome back to Noras Cove. If you're new here, I'm Yoshida, and here at the Cove, we like to budget and plan in confidence using a planner. Today, you guys, we're going to be doing my paycheck budget. We had an interesting budget last week. Of course, we're going to go over the budget for last week, and then we'll get into this coming week. You'll be getting 2 videos from me. I just uploaded my weekly plans. And that's because I recorded on my camera, and it just takes a minute to get that transferred over. So today, today I'm using my phone. And so this was the week of April 6th through April 12th. Let me grab a pen. So last week, the rollover was $685. Hair, we estimated $1,300. We actually came in at $1,507. For nails, we estimated $150. We came in at $238. And then here's the surprise. My husband gave me $500, and that is the mystery of this week because I'm trying to decide on what to do with it. It is a part of my rollover for this week, and I've been trying to save $500 since the beginning of the year and the first quarter, and then I said for the second quarter I would definitely have the 500. Well, the thing is, in my cash savings, I've saved, my balance is 338. That's here, and so I'm almost there. And so I'm trying to decide if I should go ahead and put this in my high yield savings account, if I should divvy it up and put it into envelopes or something like that. And then I said, well, if I put it in my emergency fund, and then by the end of this week, I plan to have $500 in my regular savings, that means I would have my $1,000 emergency fund. Or should I take this and start my IRA and then invest in my ETFs, EFTs, whatever. And then we took 100 from, so yeah, let me know what you think I should do with this extra. I still have it in cash. I'm scared to put it in my regular bank account, only because I don't want it in my mind to think, hey, we got $500. But then at the same time, I'm scared to put it in my high yield savings account because I can have access to it and all that stuff. But I figured if I put it in an IRA, it's in one of those accounts. I mean, I have to wait on the card if I start it. It's just a whole lot. But yeah, that's what we're working with. And then back to the alley, I took 100. So I already had 100 in my alley account for my car note. I did that a couple of weeks ago when I thought I had extra money. And then I should have probably about $5 extra because I gave my daughter change for 20, and she told me just keep the 5, so I probably have an excess of 5. So here the total is $3,035. Okay, every bill got paid. We paid ChatGPT. Canva came in at $13.77, Apple Music $11.65, and then originally I paid $6.50, but I said add the 100, Yoshida, that you already did, so because you pretty much took away from that. So we paid our car note at $750, State Farm $438.82, and then my suite rent. And then there was something, oh, I gotta add it over here. It's in my thing here. I think I added it as a bill when I paid my offering at church. Let me see what I put it under. And then what we're gonna do, y'all, I'm supposed to be getting ready for work, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys, and I'll just upload it at work. So I put it under bills. So let's put at $5. So this will increase by 5. So that is $1527.72. Okay, and then here we are. So I don't know if I know I've explained it to you guys the last time, but this sheet right here, this expense breakdown, game changer. Like, I'm loving it. So I gotta put some more in my planner, but each day I come in at the end of the day, put my totals in for each category, and then I total it up at the end of the week. So now, I think I did explain it. Now I don't have to come in and go through each highlighted color, which kind of takes a minute, but it's effective. But this is just more effective. So now we can come in and put our totals in. So each thing should have a total. So bills, we already know what that is. That is $1527.72. And then everything else, so we put a little money in the NOCO, $1471. Yeah, everything else $33.92. So everything else has been calculated except for food and grocery. Let me see. So let's calculate food and grocery real quick. So for food and grocery, we came in at $346.98. It's a little up there. I did go to the grocery store to get groceries. That was on Monday. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start eating my salad and my salmon again because I need to lose some weight. Yeah, I did not do that. Okay, actually, I need to be making my salmon right now as we speak, but it's okay. Anyway, so we got my totals for food and grocery. So food and grocery was $346.98. I've already calculated salon. Salon came in at $219.59. Our did savings. We saved cash savings. We had $86, and then a total. Oh yeah, high yield savings came in at 25. So that is 86 plus 25. Well, yeah, we had $111. It's right there. But I wanted to get my balance of my cash savings, which is $338. I didn't put anything in the girls' trip. Miscellaneous, y'all gonna be shocked. Miscellaneous came in at $66.40. All right. And family, already got that at $33.92. No code, miscellaneous bills. And then up here, I treated myself to a pedicure on Saturday. Listen, I do my own sometimes, but I put on a little weight, so it's a little hard to get down there. But $80, okay? It was $17 for gel polish. I don't charge that. Like, I don't charge for gel polish. Like, $17. And then it was taxed. I said, get out of here. Anyway, yeah, that is it. Expenses. Okay, yeah. So, and then we finally paid the DC ticket. So that's $72. So let's do our math. Our total, let me zoom y'all in just a little bit. Our total income came in at $3,035. Total bills were $1,527.72. Expenses came in at $152, and then our envelopes came in. Let's do a total of the envelopes. So our envelopes came in at $681.60. And we had estimated $575. And then, $111. Okay, so envelopes, $681.60. And then our savings, $111. So now let's see. It should match up what's in my bank account, and that's on the other page. And I'll show y'all, and we'll see if it matches up. $562.68. We're off. We're off. So it says $551.65. This is what I have left. And I'm trying to think, am I forgetting anything? I don't know. And for some reason, I think I spent cash on something, and I was supposed to remember to do it. So we're just going to stick with the $551.65. I don't know where the extra $10, $11 is, but that is the completion and the close out of last week. And then I was trying to come in here and write everything down as well so I could do it from here. We'll have better luck next week. So anyway, this is the week of April 13th through the 19th. So hair, nails, And I'm really thinking about combining hair and nails because I don't know. NoCo, I think we're going to pay ourselves $50 from NoCo. Nails, I know this week is going to be about $200. It's going to probably be a little more. It's actually probably going to be a little more. Let's do $250. And then hair, let's say $1,600. I've kind of looked at my week, and we'll see how that goes. So this is what we should be working with this week. $2,451. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to add the cents. And then really, we don't have a lot of bills due this week. Let me zoom out. Yeah, we don't have a lot due this week. But what we are going to do, we're going to pay the Tennessee ticket. So see here, save $300. I have reached that goal. Start cash envelopes, and that's another thing. I'm going to take the $500, maybe start doing my cash envelopes, but I just don't trust myself because I'll come rummaging through envelopes like a crackhead and be like looking for all the change. But I have gotten better with my budget, so I kind of don't see that happening. But still, start, add to high yield savings. Add to high yield savings account weekly, which I just did, and cash savings. That's that. Dad pay any extra payment to Barclays, sales will pay off after pay. None of that is happening. Investment, so here it is, invest in EFT, add money to existing investments, and IRA. Money habits, less eating out, use fetch, add change to change jar, and start savings challenge. So we need to start a savings challenge. Anyway, so we're on the week of the 13th through the 19th. As you can see, we don't have anything. So I know let me put this in while I'm thinking about it. Let me just put a pin in this right quick. And if I feel like I'm rushing, I kind of am because I need to get ready for work. So last week we made $17.45. I'm just putting the hair. I didn't pay myself for Noras Cove, so this is just hair and nails. So that's all we need to know, really, to be honest, so we can see what we can work in our budget. Okay, so this week, on the 13th, we have Navy Federal Credit Union and CapCut. That's due today. So that wasn't on my other budget. And then we have Shopify, and I may have to put a little money towards my taxes. So that's something else. So on the 13th, we have Navy Federal Credit Union, and I'm budgeting $80. I may give them more. We have CapCut, and I can't remember what CapCut is. I think CapCut is $10. I'm not sure. Maybe a little more. And then on the 16th, we have Shopify. I don't know what Shopify is going to be. So I'm going to put 100. And then TN ticket, it doesn't have a date, but I'm going to look to pay that either tomorrow or today. And that's $450. So let's get a total. So our total bills due this week is $640. All right, expenses this week. I really don't have any that I know of. I did write down in my weekly plans that I need to get salon products. So, let me look and see. Where did I put salon? I put it over here under envelopes. Oh, I should have put the TN ticket there, but it's okay. So we're going to do salon. So right now we don't have any expenses that we know of. We have salon. We have girls trip. I'm definitely going to put some to my girls trip. And then I even thought about taking some of that money and just paying off my girls trip and then putting some of it into a high yield savings account, which I don't think it would accumulate anything just until, you know, the trip came. And then let's see what we have. Food and grocery. I'm really going to try to get this down this week. And then miscellaneous. And I don't think I have to do anything for NoCo. And I don't plan to do anything for family this week. So let's get a little total. So we're working with $2,451. We're going to minus the $640. That leaves us with $1,800. Salon, oh God. I'm going to put $150. And then girls trip, I'm going to put $100. I should be almost done. And plus, I'm going to see what I owe, and then that will determine how much I'll put there. But we'll just start with $100. Food and grocery. Oh, my God. Let's try for $180 because I do plan to go to the grocery store. So these are $1,300. Miscellaneous. I'm going to try $150. That leaves us with $1,200. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $580. I'm gonna double check my math because I'd be off. Yep, $580. So let's go back here. 2451 minus 640 minus 580. That leaves me with $1,200, which again, I'm just going off of the lowest amount. I already seen my week. It says I have 14 appointments this week, but a lot of those are more than one thing. Like today, I have 4 clients, but 7 services. So that's why I based that at $1,600. We may even come in at $1,500. So of course, I'll leave a buffer. And so for cash savings, I know that I want to add at least 100, but we would have, let's see, 1231. So let's do some math. 500 minus 338. So what I'm doing here is, what do I have to put to my cash savings to get $500? And I need to have $162. So I'll put 162. My high yield savings account, I want to do 50. And so that's 212. Let me just guesstimate. Let me just make sure. Yep, 212. And then minus 1231. So we have $1,000.19 remaining. Let's hope. But it can always change. And I'm going to leave that here. Because again, we're working with that $500. So that'll probably go into whatever I decide. So that'll be here. I just don't know. But we still would have a remaining of like $500. So, and again, all of this can change. But that's our budget for this week. And real quickly, I'm going to fill in for my categories and then my end of the week budget closeout. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, I need to get going. So let me find this real quick, and then I'll do the budget closeout, separate for the week. All right, so this is week 2. And so for bills, we spent $1527.72. For miscellaneous, we spent $66.40. Food and grocery, we spent $346.98. Salon, we spent $219.59. Family, we spent $33.92. NoCo, we spent $14.71. Savings, we spent $111. We didn't pay any debt. And then expense, I made a new category. See here, category cut back on food and grocery. Go $500 a month. Miscellaneous, $600 a month. Y'all missed this last budget because something had happened. I wasn't recording. And April Gold increased savings $500. Look at that. Write it down, make it plain. Okay. Write it down and make it plain. So expenses, my new category. And in expenses, I spent $152. All right. So now we might have a little time to do a little budget close out. Let's see. Because since I did that budget closeout video and it was helpful for a lot of people, I want to show you how you would do it every week. Okay, here's April. I need to come back and do week 1, but let's just do week 2 of income. And week 2, we guesstimated $21.35. And then we came in at $3,035. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. That's week 2. I'll just wait it out. And I need to do it before I forget because let me just cross through that and then I'll come back in and do that. Okay, week 2 bills. Week 2 bills, $1527.72. We budgeted $911.53. Savings. Oh goodness. I'm going to just do the cash savings. So we deposited 86. No withdrawal. Our balance should be 338. And then cash envelopes came in at 681.60. I keep doing the same thing. I need to come back. So this is why I need to slow down and come back and do it on my own. So week 2 cash envelopes, we guesstimated $575. And we came in at $681.60. So this kind of lets you see how you would do your weekly budget closeout minus my mistakes. No debt payoff. And then we have expenses. We came in at $152. There was no budgeted amount. And then I'm going to say 80. I did think I was getting gas. And then sinking funds, we have none of those yet. And so that's how we will close out your budget weekly. So I'm going to come in with the whiteout. I just can't find it. And like I said, I got to get ready for it. So I'll come in with the whiteout and then put the actual amount so that at the end of the month, we can close this out successfully. So that's pretty much all I do for my weekly paycheck. Just move my marker. And like I said, I'm going to be a little better with putting it in here this week, my expense breakdown. But really, what I do in here is just fine. It works perfect for me. Let me actually put this in here because now we need another one of these for the week. And then what I'll do is the week that I'm on, I'll move it a little closer to the expense tracker. So that's it. Now let's kind of set her up for success. So here I have my weekly spending totals, sticky note. We're gonna put our lines in. Let me do it this way. I'm trying to do it the opposite way. All right, and then the day, today is the 13th. Yeah, 13th, 14th. And then this is the week of 4/13 through 4/19. All right, and she's ready. So now we'll take this, stick it there. And then I'm just going to stick this on my budget planner like that. Let's make sure we have enough expense trackers. We do. And let's see if we have some expense breakdown. So I need to print another expense breakdown. I can't believe I don't have any. I probably have them somewhere, but I'll look for those and I will have it by the end of the day. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, you'll be getting two. What is going on with that? You'll be getting 2 videos back to back. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.